Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Garrett Kalk, and I'm a regional coordinator for Nevada Census 2020. And today we have members of our team along with representatives from both the city of Mesquite and yes, and the city of Fernley.
Woo!
They're participating in a friendly census complete count challenge. We're trying to get our cities to respond 100%, and we're neck and neck right now. So as I said, my name is Garrett Kalk, and I'm a regional coordinator for the 2020 census with the state of Nevada. And we're gonna go around and introduce ourselves by saying your name, position, and then how you completed your census. I completed my census with my family. We're a family of 5, and we did it online here in Fallon and helped bring $100,000 to our state for federal funding. So with that, we'll go ahead and turn to Shalita.
Hi, my name is Shalita Guzman, and I am a recruiting assistant for the United States Census Bureau. I also hold another position as a census response representative, and I completed the census online, and I did it with my 2 teen boys to involve them in the process as well. And I'm just really excited to be a new addition to the population in Nevada this census, since I moved to Mesquite from California about 1.5 years ago. So I'm one of those numbers that is helping increase the count here in Nevada.
Awesome.
Did you hear that? She's from Mesquite.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you, Shalita. Now we're gonna go over to Daphne.
My name is Daphne Hooper, and I'm the city manager for the city of Fernley, who's going to win a challenge. And our family did the census, my husband and I, and we did it online.
Fantastic. And we'll move to Mayor Roy.
My name is Roy Edgerton. I'm the mayor of the city of Fernley. I'm excited about being here. We did the census, my wife and I, almost 1.5 months ago, online. She actually walked me through it, and Daphne will tell you I'm the most illiterate computer person, but it was really simple. It didn't take hardly any time, and I got through it, and if I can get through it, I know anybody can get through it. So I look forward to our friendly rival, and appreciate Mesquite. I've been down there, great little city.
Perfect. Thank you, Mayor. And now we'll turn it over to Ren.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ren. I'm the regional coordinator here in Southern Nevada for Clark County. I'm one of them. And I filled out my census online with my veterans community at US Vets, and we brought over $5 million to our state.
Yay!
Fantastic. And now we'll move it over to Mayor Lippman.
Hi there. I did my census at the senior center the very first morning that it was available to do. It was so simple that it was almost past simple. I didn't need Janice Verdano to even help me with it. And that's that's not easy to do. And we're just, well, Mesquite is the greatest city in the state. There's no doubt about it. When I find out where Fernley's located,
Oh no,
we'll come up with it.
starting. All right, thank you, Mayor. We'll turn it over to Janice now.
Alrighty, Dennis Rondo, Community Resources Manager for the City of Mesquite. Don't let the mayor fool you. I was with him at the senior center on the very first day. We did it online, and we probably had 30 seniors who signed up with us online. So it was a great first day for the City of Mesquite.
Wow,
Nice.
that's fantastic.
Thanks, we're glad
Thank
to
you
see
so much.
All right, so the importance of the census and how to complete it. It's important. The federal funding that we receive for Nevada is $20 per person for the next 10 years. It helps us with our political representation, and it drives like the data for like how they do their redistricting. It's safe. The information can't be shared with anybody, including the FBI, the CIA, ICE. It's only used for statistical purposes, and it asks basic demographic questions, and it doesn't like ask you citizenship questions. It's easy. It takes less than 10 minutes. It took me about 5 minutes to do mine, and there are about 10 questions, and it makes a huge impact here in our community.
Yes, and there are 3 ways to do it. So you can do it online at census.nv.gov, by phone, which English is going to be 844-330-2020. And you can find more language and phone numbers to call on our website. And then, of course, by mail. All Nevadans should have received the census packet in the mail. So with that, we're going to go ahead and hear from the U.S. Census Bureau. And Shalita is going to walk us through the timeline.
So to piggyback off of what you just said, all Nevadans who receive regular mail delivery to their homes should have received their questionnaire by now. And then in addition to that, about 5% of households in the entire country are in what we call the Update Leave program or operation. And that is affecting all of the rural addresses. Many of them have mail delivered to the PO box and not directly to their home, or they may have a rural route address so that the mail is not actually delivered to their property and to their home. And so because of that, we have the Update Leave operation where they have to have the questionnaires hand delivered by census takers to all of those rural addresses. Unfortunately, we had to stop. We had already gotten started on that in March, and due to the shutdowns, we had to just, stop in the middle of it. But as of right now, about 98% of the Update Leave operations in the whole country have been restarted. As of May 27th of last month, about half of the entire Update Leave operation was completed over the country. Here in Clark County, we just finished up our Update Leave. There may still be Update Leave going on throughout the rest of Nevada. So this Update Leave operation really affects our state because we have so many rural addresses. And so now that these questionnaires either have been delivered or are being delivered right now, and now it's really important to motivate those rural residents to go ahead and get their questionnaires filled out, since now they have received or are receiving those materials. And you will see a great spike in our total overall Nevada response rate because so many of our addresses are rural. So now that they're finally getting their questionnaires, we hope to really drive the response higher, sky high. In addition, there's something important about the Update Leave operation. The census questionnaires that get delivered have a unique census ID code. And so it's important for rural residents when they respond, they can still respond online or by phone or fill out the paper questionnaire and mail it in. But if they respond online or by phone, it's important to use that census ID that comes on the questionnaire. This will greatly reduce the need for census takers to visit their homes. What happens is that especially with these rural addresses, it's important for us to be able to link the responses to the actual physical address. And that unique census ID code allows us to do that. When people respond without it, we may still need to follow up because we might not be able to link their responses directly to their physical address. So those who may have already responded because they didn't receive their questionnaire over the last 2 months, they may have already responded without the ID, and that's okay, but they might still get a visit in person by an enumerator. Other reasons why people might get a visit by an enumerator is there are some quality control operations that go on. And then, of course, if you don't do anything or respond in any way, you will absolutely be visited in person by a census enumerator later on. Update Leave, as I mentioned, has pretty much, it's winding down in our area, at least in Nevada. And then there are several other operations that go on, but one of the most important ones is the non-response follow-up that I just mentioned. And so that is where, as I just said, everyone who has not responded at all will absolutely get a knock on the door. And we are still hiring for workers to do all of that work. So we have several operations going on, and we were in the middle of the hiring process. Some people have been hired, some people have been called and offered jobs, and we're starting to complete their hiring process. So we still need people to work. And if anyone, I don't know if you guys can see that, I was probably backwards, but if anyone wants to hold a mirror up to it, our website supply is 2020census.gov/jobs. And my personal work email is shalita.guzman@2020census.gov. If anyone is interested or has already applied and wants to follow up and find out what's going on or get tips for the best way to get a job offer. We really still need plenty of people to get that work done. And I was just going to mention quickly too, as I was saying, we're hiring people, right? So we're hiring people in and around where they live to work. So when you have an enumerator come to your home or your property, those are local folks who just got hired temporarily to do this job, to help their own community and make some money as well. And so they are not being bussed in, they're not being brought in from LA or Vegas or anywhere else. They are local people, your neighbors, even if you don't know them personally, they are from your region and your area. And so, of course, we urge cooperation with them and understanding. And then one more thing, another way that people might be contacted to verify some information is by phone. And that's also why they ask for the phone number when you fill out your census questionnaire, so that we can try to eliminate some of that need to go to the home. Now, if you don't answer your phone or we can't get a hold of you that way, that might be another reason why you might get a visit to your home, even if you already completed your census.
Fantastic. Thank you, Shalita. And just to quickly summarize what she said, the update lead process is happening and winding down. So every Nevadan should soon have received something by the Census Bureau to notify them about how to complete the census. Non-response follow-up will be also happening soon, and that is when a census worker comes to your door. And then, of course, as she mentioned, they are hiring. So check it out, and please encourage your neighbors and people that you know are looking for a job to work with them. Awesome. Thank you. Now we're going to get to the fun stuff and talk about our challenge that we have going on between the city of Fernley and the city of Mesquite. And to start us off, we're going to have Daphne talk about why we're doing this challenge.
So first of all, the most important reason is that the city of Fernley is going to beat the city of Mesquite. But the intent is that we want to increase response rates for people to participate in the census. The census is so important. It helps bring money to our state so that we can help provide programs and services to the people that live in our state. And this friendly competition, of course, Fernley will win, is a reason why we're doing that.
Awesome. Thank you, Daphne. And now Mayor Roy, he just received the updated census response rates. And who is currently in the lead, Mayor Roy?
Well, according to this, 66.6% Fernley and Mesquite 66.24. So there's 0.2 difference. So we are in the lead as of today. So that means I may not have to buy shirts.
That's right. And to tell us more about what's at stake, we have Mayor Littman down in Southern Nevada.
There isn't much at stake because we're not losing. This is an obvious fact. But I do want to compliment the mayor on his beard. That's a great beard. You know, I can't catch up on that one. We call it a challenge, but when you know Mesquite is going to win this, which is hands down, I don't know how you can even think of it as a challenge because it's not a challenge. But again, this is Mesquite and we're a great community and we're winning. As far as t-shirts go, I plan on wearing Mesquite t-shirts for the rest of my life. Thank you. Keys to the city, I got car keys and that's about it because that's all we're giving out because we're not losing this stuff. 0.2 of a point, that's one person. That's no problem. Going on twice.
Fantastic. Yeah, so what we're doing
Edit
with
that out, please.
what we're doing with this challenge is whoever's in the lead on the 4th of July, the opposing city has to wear their city's the opposing city's t-shirt to a city council meeting.
And that's already a given, so.
And then we have the final overall, and that's the keys to the city. So, and stay tuned, there could be more challenges that are included throughout the process. Now we're going to go ahead and hear from Janice about more information about how to get involved.
Alrighty. So because everyone counts, everyone can help. And you know, during this, between COVID crisis and other things that are going on nationwide, this is really something that Americans can put their arms around and know that we're all in this together. Every single community, from giant cities to wonderful winning cities like the city of Mesquite and beautiful second place cities like the city of Fernley. Every snowbird, every baby, every child, children are so undercounted and they stand gain so much. get to the moms and the dads and have them fill out the census. It's really important. If you've done your census, thank you so much. But please continue to tell your friends and your enemies and your neighbors, social media, at the grocery store, wherever you go, talk it up. And let's make sure we can get 100%. Certainly, and maybe we'll have a tie. Maybe we could be 100% in the state, 100% Fernley. That would be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Make sure you do your census. You've heard so many wonderful things today about how easy it is to do the census from a phone call to online. A couple people do snail mail still, that's okay too. But please fill out your census.
Thank you. Well, everyone, just to summarize, we are currently in a response challenge battle between the city of Fernley, which currently has 66.6% of their households counted, and the city of Mesquite, which has 66.4% of their households counted. So we are neck and neck, and we appreciate everyone's help in getting the word out about the census. Again, it's really important, safe and easy. You can do it online, by phone, or in the mail. And thank you to everyone who joined us today, and to our great partners. I also want to remind you, if you're looking for work, the U.S. Census Bureau is hiring people to go out and help with the census count. And also, if you could please connect with us on social media, you can see information that's happening and share it with your friends and help be part of this movement. And you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and our channel is at NV Census 2020. And join us in making sure that our state and local communities get our fair share of federal funding and representation, because Nevada matters. Be counted. Nevada matters. Be counted.
Counted.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.